It was supposed to be a simple coffee meetup. Nothing fancy, just catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen since college. Her name was Maya. She'd texted me out of nowhere a week earlier, saying, "Hey, let's grab coffee. It's been forever." And honestly, I almost said no. Work had been a mess, my sleep schedule was non-existent, and I'd forgotten what social life even meant. But something in her message, something casual, warm, nostalgic, made me say yes. So, there I was, sitting in the corner booth of a small cafe that smelled like roasted beans and rain, waiting for Maya. When the door opened, I saw her immediately, smiling, waving, walking in like the same confident, talkative girl I remembered. But beside her was someone else. Someone I wasn't ready for. Maya laughed as she approached. "Hope you don't mind, I brought a friend." And there she was. Lena. Quiet. Soft-eyed. Wearing a navy blue sweater that looked way too big for her. She smiled politely, the kind of smile that doesn't ask for attention but somehow holds it anyway. I remember thinking, this is not how today was supposed to go. The three of us talked for hours, Maya doing most of the talking, me laughing at her exaggerated stories, and Lena, listening. Really listening. She had this way of looking at people like she was trying to understand their heart, not just their words. Every time she smiled, it felt like she was giving a piece of peace away. By the second coffee refill, I wasn't listening to Maya's story anymore. I was watching Lena stir her latte with slow, thoughtful circles, like time didn't rush her the way it rushed the rest of us. After Maya went to the restroom, Lena looked up and said, "You two have known each other a long time?" "Yeah," I said. "Since college." She practically carried me through statistics. Lena smiled. "She talks about you like she's proud of you." That made me laugh. Proud? Of what? My world-class talent for procrastination? But Lena shook her head. "No," she said, "you were always kind. The one person who noticed when others didn't." That hit harder than I expected. Because kindness, it's such a small word. People forget it even matters. And here was someone I'd just met, reminding me that it still does. A few weeks went by, and Maya, being Maya, kept arranging more hangouts. Movies. Dinners. Accidental, group plans that somehow always included Lena. It became this quiet rhythm, me, showing up for Maya, but staying because of Lena. And Lena, she was the kind of person who didn't need to be the center of attention to change the mood of a room. She did it just by being. Once, when Maya got upset about something small, Lena didn't lecture her. She just listened, then said softly, "You're allowed to be tired. You're allowed to not be okay. But don't forget, good things still find people who stay kind." And I thought, maybe that's what love really is. Not lightning bolts or fireworks. Just the calm after the storm. Then one night, everything changed. Maya called, crying. Her father had fallen ill, and she was flying out the next morning. I offered to drive her to the airport. Lena came too. At the terminal, Maya hugged me tight and whispered, "Take care of her, okay?" I thought she meant her mom or herself. But when I looked up, Lena was standing a few steps behind, wiping away quiet tears. I understood then. Sometimes people come into your life not to stay, but to introduce you to the one who will. Weeks passed. Maya's father recovered, thankfully, but she decided to stay longer to help at home. Meanwhile, Lena and I started talking on our own. Not in big, dramatic ways, just, gently. About books, late-night thoughts, childhood dreams. And one night, while walking her home after dinner, she stopped under a flickering streetlight and said, "You know what's strange? I wasn't supposed to come that day. Maya dragged me because she didn't want to go alone." I smiled. Then I guess I should thank her for not wanting to be alone. She looked at me with that same quiet smile from the cafe. Maybe none of us were meant to be alone. And then, she reached for my hand. No fireworks. No perfect movie moment. Just two hands finding each other, naturally, like they'd been waiting for that exact second. It's been a year since then. Maya still teases us whenever we talk. "You're welcome," she says, every single time. And I always tell her, "You have no idea how right you were." Because she showed up with her friend, and I fell for the one she brought. But more than that. I found someone who reminded me that love doesn't always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes, it walks in quietly, sits beside you, and listens. And if you're lucky, you'll be wise enough to listen back. Love doesn't always come from the person you expect. It comes from kindness, timing, and the courage to look a little deeper when someone new walks into your life.